Firing or quitting jobs stories. Have you quit a job or gotten fired? What are the stories? Tell us. We're sisters.
I don't know if mine was quitting or being fired because I forced them to fire me because I had the reason. I was like, fire me.
So you asked them to fire you?
Yeah, I asked them to fire me. You know, like I'm strong-headed. Like I have great work ethics. Like I could ride or die for a company. But once you start, the words that you throw at me, like I'm one of those people who doesn't kiss behind, like to stay at or grow or have a position or just stick to a job. Like I say it like it is, and I really don't care how you feel. And I think he said something to me, which was, you know, I don't trust you. What? You don't trust me? I said, well, great job. So now, how about this? I can't work with someone who doesn't trust me. I just want you to go ahead and fire me. Because the thing, you have to understand the system. If I quit the job, I don't get unemployment. If I get fired, I get paid. So I asked him to fire me. So he fired me.
If you're watching, please, you could take notes on that one, right? Ask him to fire you for unemployment. But the first part, where I tell you how it is, take
that part too. Don't let nobody.
No,
I kind of job. Right?
I don't agree with that, Amy. Right? Because like so hear me out, right?
She's not listening, but go ahead, tell our audience.
I used to also say the same thing, right? Saying like, oh, I'm not gonna kiss on anybody's behind, except yada yada yada. And it's not really kissing behind on anybody, but it's about networking and also knowing where you want to be and how you get there. So it has nothing to do with like, I'm not gonna be brown nosing, I'm not gonna do this, blah blah blah. But sometimes, like today's workforce or whatever, there's some things, it's nothing about like brown nosing or whatever, but it's about like building relationships and knowing like what you want and where you want to be. So I think you have to look at it from a positive side too, that it's not like negative.
Amy's not hearing you. If you're watching and you agree with Ole, go ahead and comment below. If you agree with Amy's style, you can go ahead and comment below too. But I think a lot of people probably going to be agreeing with Ole. I don't know, Amy.
What?
Okay,
Amy, Amy, it's maturity. It's nothing about brown nosing. It's knowing what you want and how you're gonna get there.
Ule, if I was 75 years old walking with my stick, I still have my beliefs and ain't nothing gonna change that.
That's part of growth.
I ain't growing. I'll be a child.
No, Ole, Amy believes she already grew to the ceiling. There's no growth anymore. I beg, sister,
yeah, because she's that tall.
Not
her
good.
Self-esteem is like here. I like that.
No. Where you say it, right here? It's over here.
Yeah, here. Yeah.
No, it's gone. It's gone.
I like that. Yeah. It takes a lot of guts, like, to be able to say that.
What's yours? Do you have any, Fatu?
No, I can't remember. No.
Listen to Ole. Don't listen to the other one over there. Okay.
Don't listen to me.
With the long
Don't
hair.
let no boys ride on you for sure. I can tell you that much.
I'm telling you, Fatu.
Yeah, everything you said, Amy, I am noting them. Don't worry.
Take it.
Fatu, don't listen to her. Actually, mine is kind of similar to Amy's, but it's not like I asked to be fired. This was like during college days, and I was planning to go back home to Gambia. And you know, like when you go to Gambia, you need 4 weeks off sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think I just started working at the company for maybe less than a year. I think it was like a call center. Mm-hmm. And so when I requested for like 3 or 4 weeks, they were like, no, you could only get, I think, 1 week. And I said, okay, then I'm going to quit. So then I quit. And then it was Jay and I that were going to Gambia, actually. And we bought tickets from these guys named, what was it, Ben and Jerry or something, Jay?
Ben and Jerry? I thought they only sell ice creams.
I don't know, Ben and something. I know one was Ben and one was something else. So Jay and I bought this ticket, and there was this guy, like, I think we were like the last ones to know. Almost everyone in Gambia, or almost a lot of people that were buying tickets at that point, we bought a ticket.
So it was fraud.
It was fraud, yeah. So we bought the tickets, and then we went to New York, and then we got stuck in New York for almost a week. Like, we could not leave, and then we had to call the cops, and then we made the guys came, and then when they came, the cop was asking them, so who's the pilot and who's the, I don't know, co-captain? Because it was 2 guys. But we stayed in New York for almost a week. So now we didn't go to Africa, of course, because they were crooks. I went back home. I didn't have a job, right? Because I already quit. Can you imagine? I think
Good
like all
job,
of you guys, I think all of you guys were making fun of me, like my cousins were making fun of me because like when you go into Africa, you buy like all this stuff, and everybody was like, "Oh, you're going back home, Gambia," and then I came back with no job.
You came back with no job and your 2 suitcases.
Exactly.
All right. Okay, well, hopefully that's a lesson there. Go ahead and comment also below and let us know what are your firing memories or stories that you have, or quitting stories that you have. Dr. J, what's yours?
I'm not like Amy on quitting jobs, but at the same time, I don't believe on brown nose or whatever that is. The only thing that I remember one time, it was not a job. It was whilst I was in school, I tried to do the MA or the nurse's aid. And I remember this lady, for some reason, she did not like me, or she felt threatened because maybe I was too smart for her. But I remember like every test that I took, I had 100. And then when it was time to do a check off, because you have to do a check off, she failed me. And all the girls in the class, or all the students in the class, I was way smarter than them. And I was like, you know what? Please, I bet this lady, she just thinks I'm about to take her job or something. I'm not even going to bother myself. That's when I decided I'm not going to go work as a nurse's aide. I'll just go and work, Payless and Walmart and all these other places. Like if someone thinks you're not good enough, show them that what you are made of. And I think one of these days, I wish I know her number or what she is now, so I can just show up.
Dr. J, you petty. That's a petty Betty doctor. Very petty. You know what? Okay, I was sitting here thinking, like, do I have a firing job or quitting job? I've never quit. I don't think I'm the person to quit a job. I mean, I'm not like Amy. But then at the same time, I don't think I've had that many jobs or work for people, right? But remember when I was staying at your house, Dr. J, I was working for this company, and it was in Dallas, and I was a receptionist. And there was a lady, her name was Lydia. She was very petty. It was this white woman. She was so petty. And then you had this other woman, Laura, that was so amazing. Anyways, long story short, I was hired through a temp agency, and so I wasn't supposed to be there for too long, but Laura just fell in love with me. And then the president of the company, the vice president, was a black guy, and they just really loved me. And they, I was young, they were trying to like mentor me and stuff like that. So I was there for a few weeks, and they kept telling me to come back, and Lydia did not like that. So one time I came to work, and Lydia said, "Oh, they didn't call you, you're not supposed to come in. We're done with you." I left and I was crying, and Laura called me that night because she always takes me home. So that day she didn't see me where she was supposed to pick me up. So then she called me. She's like, "What happened?" I was like, "Lydia told me you guys don't need me anymore." She was like, "Are you serious, Juka?" She had that Texan accent, that white woman Texan accent. She was like, "Are you serious, Juka? She even told somebody to come in today because you weren't able to come in. So she called another temp to come in and stuff. Are you serious? You're gonna come in tomorrow." So she made me came back the next day, and I started working for her instead of a reception. Yeah. Like, that's taking me back. Oh my God. No, seriously, it's taking me back.
So you were not fired. You were hated.
No, I think I was hated.
Amy.
Fired.
No, Amy, she was canceled.
She was canceled.
So Laura took me back and made a position for me to go and work under her as her assistant. And she was actually an assistant to the vice president of the company. And the vice president actually ended up becoming the president of that company. He passed away. His name was Larry. I found out after, because I went online because I wanted to know what was going on with the company. And he was a twin actually. He was an African-American, very nice guy. Anyways, oh my God, memories coming back. Okay, let's go. On that note, we're going to move on to the next segment, which is actually a really, really important conversation to have, which is what we talked about earlier, the hepatitis B that is actually taking a lot of lives in the African communities. So stick around. When we come back, we'll have that discussion right here with Dr. J. And of course, Fatu, we will let you go and then bring you back on towards the end of the segment where we cook the hot soup. We'll actually let you go grocery shopping for now, right? Tell Amy to give you the money.
Got it. I'm gone. And I'll be back soon with some groceries.
Okay.
With the soup basically ready to be served.
Awesome. Thank you. And we'll be right back. Stick around, don't go anywhere. Continue to comment below and obviously share the video as you watch it. We'll be right back.